Welcome aboard, Skylark Outdoors here, and today we are reviewing the Nimbus T11 Tender, which we've got right here. We're going to go through this, give you a tour of the Nimbus T11, and then we're going to go over some of the specifications. So this one is actually at the Bay Harbor Boat Show. You can see the price right there, $599,000 as of June 2025. And we're going to walk around on the starboard side here. And actually what I like about today is that it is kind of a rainy day, so they've got all the isinglass up on this, which gives you an idea of how all the covers would go on this and how you could wrap this thing up in inclement weather or in those cooler seasons so that you're going to be more comfortable. So you can see up here in the front, we've got the shade cloth deployed, which I love these. Just the ease of deploying them as well as the amount of shade it provides if you're going to be out on a long day. So that's one of the options and features that you can get on the Nimbus T11. You can see up here there's a little drink holder, a little table up there, a couple seats to the bow, and then a nice layout platform here. You could probably fit 2 to 4 people here. On that layout platform, and then a couple more people on those seats, but plenty of room, nice and long. And then you've got some cup holders built in, which I always love if you're laying down. You need a place to put your drink, and you've got one there. And then you can see that shade cloth, and we can see how the isinglass wraps around here on the port side and what we've got going on with the Nimbus T11. You can see beautiful decks, and we're going to go inside the isinglass. We're going to take a look at the cabin as well. Now, this one's outfitted with twin Mercury 400s, which is the max power that you can have on this. So this is outfitted with max power, which I love. And then you've got a little seat here in the back. And I do like this little gate here on the sides. If you've got kids, kind of helps corral them inside the safer areas of the boat so nobody walks off the back there. Now let's take a look at the helm here. You can see you've got 3 captain's chairs up at the front here, all really nice bolsters and really nice upholstery and seats there. Now what's cool about the Nimbus T11 is you've got a lot of different configurations you can do with this rear area here. You can see those outermost benches. You can fold those either way to make more of a lay-down platform, as well as these are modular seats, so you can fold that table up and kind of have everything facing one direction, which is really nice, and have everyone facing forward, and or you can have them to the side like you've got right here. We'll take a look. If you want to stop the video here, you can see some of the different features that are on this just in more detail on the Nimbus T11. You can see that overall price down there at the bottom is less than what they had it advertised for at $599. You've got some ice boxes, coolers here. Just great location and placement of these. You've got a little bar area and wet sink as well. And then you've got some storage here. You can see that price they have it listed as with the twin Mercury Verados. And then you can see forward here kind of what your view you're going to get from the rear of the passenger section. And then we'll go back up to the helm, take a look at that. You've got dual throttle controls, and then this is Mercury. So you've got the Mercury joystick controls, which allows you to kind of crab walk this thing as well. You've got nice layout here with the Simrad. You've got some cup holders, places to put your phone. Just elegant boat. This is a European boat, so they kind of have their own look to them. Just cleaner lines, a little bit more elegance, I would say. And they add some more design features and accoutrements, and the upholstery looks great as well. Comfortable seats, I sat in these, and then you've got a little foot platform as well, or you can stand up, but plenty of adjustment there for whatever you need. A lot of times boat seats don't have much adjustment, so I do like that. So we go down here, you've got berth up in the front of this, and then you're also going to have a head. I love that they've got these windows here, so it kind of gives you a cool effect, as well as you have windows that open up that are a little bit higher up on the boat, so you're not as much at risk as water getting into the boat. But I like that design where you get a lot of light, but then you also have some airflow. Down here, we've got our full head and shower and sink, and you can kind of see in here plenty of space to do whatever you need to do. There's also a window in there as well, nice mirror placement, and I like this bar that they have in there as well, so you can hold on to something when you're on the water. Sometimes even when you're at anchor, you can get a little wavy, so it's nice to have something that allows you to hold on while you're taking a shower if you need it. And then here is the guest berth. You could fit 2 people down here. This is a little bit tighter. You're going to be kind of underneath the rear section of the boat, but it does have technically sleeping quarters and accommodations for 4 people is what they say. So 2 up in the front and then 2 in that rear cabin berth area. And then there's I think there's some kind of a curtain you can pull across that front area as well to give you more privacy. You can see some of the ratings here. You can see how their knobs are, their switches, as we move into the rear of this boat. So let's get into some of the specifications on the Nimbus T11. And there's a lot of different Nimbus boats that are like the T11, T10, 9, and they all have a little bit different features and accoutrements. Now, this is designed to be a day boat, in my opinion, just with the amount of layout and seating you have on the exterior of the boat. And then you do have a cabin. It's a fairly limited in size cabin. You know, you could stay there overnight, a couple days. And you do technically have enough space for 4 people. Kids would fit in that rear berth better than 2 adults, but you definitely could fit 2 adults in there if you had to. So the Nimbus T11 is 40 foot 7 feet in length, 11 foot 4 beam, and then it's actually 12,345 pounds. You've got a 3-foot draft, a 12 foot 7 bridge clearance from the waterline, and then 224 gallons of fuel capacity. You've got 36 gallon fresh water capacity, and then a 21 gallon black water tank, 4 beds, and then the max horsepower rating is 800 horsepower. And then you've got a 40 plus knot top speed. And the cruise on this, I've heard differing reports, but somewhere around the mid 30s is kind of your cruise, potentially a little bit higher if you wanted to. And that also depends on your engine package and power options. So this kind of falls in that category of adventure boats, right? They have a lot of deck space that allows you to do whatever you want for the day, entertaining. You can see that rear area of the behind the captain's chairs, plenty of space there for, I would say, 6, 7 people to sit pretty comfortably on those benches in the rear, and then you have more seating to the rear, and then you have the seating up in the front. So on a sunny day, you have lots of seating and layout options where you want to be on the rear or you want to be on the front of the boat. And I love that about this. And then it's very easy to circulate on this boat because it kind of has a center console layout, even though you have a full cabin up in the front of this. So I love that about this boat as a day boat, as an adventure boat. If you want to go somewhere for a night or 2 or 3, you could absolutely do that. And for 2 people, I think this would be really comfortable to the point where you could go for a longer trip on this, 5, 6, 7 days, no problem. And it really just depends on your mindset and attitude. But where it excels, because you can see how much deck space you have available for entertaining, is as a day boat and having a lot of guests on, or like they showed you in the pictures there, plenty of space to bring things like paddle boards, surfboards, wherever you want. And because you've got a hard top on this as well, you could definitely rig something up there where you can keep those out of the cabin, out of the deck space, and then throw those up on the hard top, which is an option as well. But overall, really well-made boat, a high level of craftsmanship. You're going to love the fit and finish if you ever get on one of these. Just the design of it is different than you see in a fair amount of American boat manufacturers, and you'll find kind of all these little touches that you're like, okay, that made sense. I like what they did there. Just different ways of doing things, whether it's space-wise, organizing the space, or storage, or just kind of some of the clean lines, which I like, something different to see here. So hope you enjoyed this review of the Nimbus T11. Please give us that thumbs up, subscribe, and click any links below if you want to support us.